Hey, what's up, YouTube land, internet world? This is Guys Talking Fights, episode Deuce, episode 2. It is September 5th, and yeah, we're going to do exactly what our YouTube channel is called, Guys Talking Fights. We're going to talk some fights that happened in the last couple weeks, fights that are coming up soon, a little bit of news thrown in there. We're going to hit a little Bellator this time. We talked all UFC last episode, our first episode, so hopefully this one's a little bit better. We're trying to improve, and hopefully our mics aren't going to echo like they did last time. We tried to get a good setup. I feel like it looks better already. I don't know what you guys think.
We're improving.
We're starting. But first things first, 2 weekends ago, me and Ryan made a bet. We made a bet, dude.
Yes, we did.
That you would take a shot of hot sauce if Derek Brunson beat Ian Heinisch.
And amazingly, just like every single one of our bets, I lost.
You did. Dude, you lose. You really do, though. You
every
lose
single bet.
Fucking bet.
Every
You've lost
bet.
many, many dollars to me.
Yes, I have. But I will just man up, and I'm going to take a shot of hot sauce because that was the wager. 1 shot of hot sauce.
1 shot. We got original Frank's Red Hot. So we can have that. This is real hot sauce, no joke. We didn't put anything in it.
I want to pussy out like that.
Not watered down. I just took them out of the fridge. You're welcome. They're nice and cold for you.
Thank you.
And then I had this California hot sauce. Sorry, it's going to make noise when I adjust this. I'm going to try not to fuck with this mic too much, but I don't want it too close to my face.
Alright, so I'm just going to not test these, but see what I think of these. Okay, that. Don't know if that's actually hot sauce. That's some type of sauce.
It
says hot sauce.
It smells kind of Mexican, doesn't it? Like a Mexican, like a salsa almost. It's like salsa-y.
This is what I know. Frank's Red Hot. I use my pepperonis as bowls on my pepperoni pizza, so I'm going to go with the Frank's Red Hot. I'll let you do the pour, sir.
I'll do the pour. Don't worry, I won't pour too much.
Do it. I'm not taking any, so.
By the way, for anyone
Zach,
watching.
Do you approve or a little more?
That's probably a little more than a shot.
That's
yeah,
okay.
I agree, more than a shot.
I'll take it. I will take it. For anyone watching, I have just eaten, so there might be a Hot Pocket spilled all over Will's basement floor.
Don't throw up, please.
That would be funny.
Thank you, Derek Brunson, for beating Ian Heinisch.
Fuck you, Ian Heinisch.
Great fight, by the way.
All right.
I think they've already got Heinisch on tap to fight somebody else. Yeah, I imagine that would hurt.
All right.
Yep. You probably give him a second.
Yeah, I'm good.
We can give it a second.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Let me just take a little bit more.
You want to wash down with some beer?
Oh my
you're
God,
good.
dude.
I was
Good for
gonna
you.
say you're good, bro.
Yeah, I had to finish it.
Oh, you're a monster. You're like Khabib.
All right.
Yeah.
So on that note, welcome to Guys Talking Fights.
Welcome to Guys Talking Fights. So Ian Heinisch, Derek Brunson, that's out of the way. I don't have anything to say about that fight. This was 2 weekends ago. We haven't recorded in a while because I was away on my honeymoon, and Ryan's been working 16-hour days.
Just got off a 16-hour shift.
Yeah, you're a fucking champ, man.
I'm
No
just
doubt
lazy.
about
And
it.
then I chug hot sauce.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm gonna wake you up, keep you awake.
So I figured the first fight we'd just jump into Paulo Costa and Yoel Romero.
Yeah.
We all thought Yoel Romero won that fight.
Yep.
I thought he won the second round and the third round. Paulo Costa looked really good. He put it on him. He won unanimous decision. I just didn't see it. I didn't see it going that way at all.
Was it unanimous? I thought it was split.
Unanimous decision.
Was it really?
I'm
Jesus.
pretty positive. You want to look it up real quick just to make sure I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm pretty positive it was unanimous.
I mean, I was pretty happy with that fight. You definitely didn't disappoint. Sorry, my throat's a little
Yeah, no, it's
little covered in hot sauce.
You're good, man. No worries.
But I knew it was gonna be a really fun fight, and I was not disappointed. That was a super fun fight to watch.
Absolutely.
Can't think of another word other than fun. But I mean, just watching it, I had a smile on my face the entire time,
For sure.
and I was blown away by like both of their chins. How hard they were hitting.
that was crazy.
How
That was absolutely insane.
their endurance was just not endurance, but like durability was just crazy. Oh, and
even their endurance are two big motherfuckers. Like, they really...
The fucking
They both
tongue.
went right to the end.
You're right. Unanimous decision. 329-28.
Yeah. Yep. Unanimous.
Yeah.
I mean, split decision would even... I still been like,
couldn't believe it.
But it was just surprised it was unanimous. But yeah, Yoel just with the tongue like that. That's funny. That's a meme now, like everywhere.
Yep.
But yeah, they both got rocked in the first round. In the second round, they just kind of went back and forth. I thought Yoel had more. There's a difference. I can't remember who I was talking to. I think I was talking to Al at work, and there's a difference.
Hi Al, if you're listening to this.
There's a difference between forward pressure and control.
Yeah.
Like, control is a big thing, and pressure is a big thing too. I feel like control kind of outweighs pressure.
There's
like
pressure
when you're moving forward on someone, because Yoel had his back against the fence a lot, and he was backing up a lot, and I feel like Paulo Costa was like definitely like moving forward more, but like not necessarily always throwing shots, moving forward and controlling the fight. He wasn't dictating the fight. Yeah, he was following. I feel like Yoel was kind of purposefully moving backwards. He's throwing a lot of jabs, and I mean they both hurt each other at first, but like I just feel like second round that's what Romero did a lot of, and I feel like third round they both kind of went all out, and I just feel like Romero just did more damage in the third round. I mean, I'd probably go back and watch it again. Maybe I wouldn't feel that way, but that's the way I felt. And I feel like it's the way we all felt when we watched it. So
I felt like it was a lot like Perry the week before that, because it just seemed like...
Yeah, same thing with that. I agree.
It seemed like Romero looked worse in the end, the same way Perry looked worse in the end, and so they gave it to the other guy.
Really worse.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely. He definitely didn't look good, but same kind of thing. I mean, Perry had him pressed up against the cage so many times.
You don't have to stop talking to give me a beer. It's all good.
He had him pressed up against the cage so many times, and he was just holding him there while he was landing knees or landing anything else, that it was just like, okay, I get it. He got his face fucked up, but dude had control of him the whole fight, and he got his face fucked up in the last 45 seconons of it. So it wasn't like...
And then I'm going to bring that around. I remember mentioning fight IQ. Jesus. I remember mentioning fight IQ with Mike Perry.
So glad I didn't have to take the shot of hot sauce.
It wasn't fun. I said Mike Perry didn't have a good fight IQ going into his fight, even though I did like watching him. I'd say...
Just like a brawler.
A brawler, yeah. Yoel just slack-jawing in the middle of a throwdown.
Like, that was crazy.
I don't know about fight IQ or nothing, but that was so dumb. I figure that's the easiest way to get your jaw broken, and Paulo is going to be the guy that can do that.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
I was like, what is he doing? And then he kept on doing it.
It was interesting. I don't know. But,
he was showboating
either
a
way,
lot.
it was a great fight. I mean, Paulo Costa, like, hats off to him. He performed well. He looked great. He looked phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
He put pressure on the whole time. No doubt about it. So, like, good for him. Like, that was a fantastic fight.
Do you really think he has a chance against either Whitaker or Adesanya? Because that's who he called out.
He definitely has a chance.
He called out Adesanya. Yeah. He said he wants Adesanya to win that fight so that he can beat the shit out of Adesanya.
If we're going to segue into Adesanya and Whitaker...
No, we're fine. Just Paulo
real
Costa.
quick, like, in my opinion, like, I think Whitaker takes that fight. Like, not necessarily easily, but I think he takes it. And then, I mean, if Paulo Costa does get a shot, like, I feel like Paulo Costa would have...
Well, because you thought Yoel Romero was probably going to get the next
Whitaker
shot.
beats Adesanya, but I feel like Paulo Costa has a better chance against Whitaker than does Adesanya.
It's that MMA math where one guy can beat another guy, and then the other guy beats another. It's like a triangle, and I feel like, I mean, the way I look at it is
make fights.
Adesanya and Gastelum, that was pretty close, but Adesanya beat Gastelum. I feel like if Whitaker were to fight Gastelum again, he should beat him, and he should beat him easily. So that's why I would take Whitaker over Adesanya. But I mean, clearly I'm not very good at this whole predicting thing. So
it's all good, man. It's just how you feel, and if you feel it's wrong, it is what it is. Like, it's a fight; anything can happen. Like, it's just every fight, almost every fighter says that.
Yeah.
It's a fight, anything can happen. You almost have to say that, or you're jinxing yourself. But so Paulo Costa, Yoel Romero.
What else we got?
Nate Diaz makes a triumphant return and beats Anthony Pettis. And
he
then,
controlled that whole fight.
Mm-hmm.
He
calls out
dominated the
Masvidal.
entire fight.
Yep.
He did. Well,
It was awesome.
looks like he gassed after the first a little bit.
Yeah, I don't
Toward
think
the end of the first
he's
fight.
not used to going that hard that early.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
And I mean, he said that afterwards. I'm used to 5-round fights. I'm not used to this 3-round bullshit.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
exactly what he said.
I was pretty surprised with Nate Diaz. I thought
Me too.
I can't remember who I picked, but I thought Nick Diaz would have a lot more ring rust, and he looked a little shaky like about halfway through the first,
Nate.
and then Nate did. Yeah,
Yeah, you said Nick.
my bad.
That's okay.
Oh, he
And-
took a bunch of shots. He definitely took a bunch of
Just
shots.
clarifying.
But, yeah, no,
He looked good.
yeah.
He looked. Yeah, he definitely after a 3-year layoff, he looked way better than I expected.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you. I think we're all in the same boat.
Long
I think
layoff.
most people probably feel the same way. That
Right.
he looked better than expected. I'm sure people even even people that expected him to win the fight thought he looked better than they
Exactly.
expected
Yeah, I
him
think
to look.
you-
Like it was a big surprise how he's a dog, dude. And he even said it, he wants to fight the guys that have been around forever, that have done it forever,
Yep.
And
So he calls out Masvidal.
yeah, I was gonna say. Then he calls out Masvidal, who obviously, as we
That'll
all know,
be
just
fun.
knocked out Darren Till and then knocks out Ben Askren with the flying knee in 4 seconds, and then gets called out by Nate Diaz.
And he has the best one-liners.
Yeah.
So
Yes, he
he
does.
gets very popular on social media,
Yep.
and I'm
Yeah.
really happy that Diaz wouldn't try to fight for a title, because I don't want to see Diaz fight for a title. I want to see him.
You mean right away or ever?
I don't think he really needs a title.
Well, he doesn't even care.
No.
He doesn't care.
But you would never want to see him fight for one?
Not really. I
I
mean,
mean-
I just want to see him do fun fights. I keep on saying fun, but that's what I want. I want
Right.
fun fights, entertaining fights.
Right.
It'd be fun to watch
I mean,
him fight
they-
Usman.
No.
They asked him about Colby Covington, and he said, "Who's that?" So
Yeah.
that was great.
Who's that?
I don't even know who that
That
is.
was funny.
The trash talking would be great.
Oh, jeez.
But I don't know. I want to see Diaz do entertaining things, fight entertaining guys, and the trash talk leading up to those.
Mhm.
And I just feel like the fight with Usman wouldn't be entertaining. If he dropped down to lightweight, I mean, it could be good, but I want to see him at his best.
I don't think he's gonna drop down again.
He said he won't.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He
I
said
didn't- I
he's
didn't think
done
it
with
was
that
happening.
division.
Yeah.
He did everything he needs to do at 155, and then
Yeah.
170 is where he's going to stay for
Include-
the rest of his career.
That would make
Include
sense.
losing a lot. So
That would make sense for him to stay there, though.
I agree.
So
If he doesn't fight Masvidal, is there anybody you guys would like to see him fight? If he doesn't fight Masvidal.
I want to see the Conor 3 fight.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't agree with the decision on the second. It was a close fight, but I feel like that was more of a popularity contest as far as the judge is concerned. When they made that decision, I had Diaz winning that second fight. So technically, I guess it's 1-1. Diaz have 1, Conor has 1. So
Technically, that's exactly what it is.
so Diaz, Conor 3, that's a moneymaker, and Diaz wants money fights.
Would you like to see Conor come back? Like Khabib said, he wouldn't give Conor a rematch right away. He said he would want Conor to come back.
Well, that would make
and
sense. He hasn't fought in forever.
Yeah, he told him, and I like the names that Khabib actually threw out for Conor. Before Khabib, granted, this is if Khabib beats Poirier. We'll get into that later, but if Khabib does win this weekend, and he is still a champ, and Conor wants to come back, he's not going to give him a rematch. He wants him to fight, and Khabib threw out Justin Gaethje and Ale Quinta, which are those would be phenomenal. I would love to see both of those guys fight Conor. That would be phenomenal.
I want to throw in another name, Cowboy Cerrone.
Cerrone, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got Cerrone and Gaethje coming up, not this weekend, but the weekend after. So, winner of that fight, or, loser of that fight.
Conor says he wants to fight
lost
before
his
the end of the
last
year.
fight.
Well, but if UFC wants to keep ranking him as one of the top 15 pound-for-pound fighters in UFC, then they're not going to throw him in there against, 5 double-digit ranked fighters in a row.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, they have to build him back up.
Especially if he comes in and knocks one of those guys out or something like that.
For sure, dude.
Not to say that he's going to come in and knock anybody out, but
You could.
he definitely
He
could.
could do it in,
Could.
He definitely could.
I feel like if that's how Conor has to win nowadays. Like
Knockout,
like,
yeah. First or second round knockout, or TKO.
I don't know. I hate to get on that train of like he's got no gas tank and like he can only win if he knocks a guy out. But like you start to really feel that way.
Yeah,
You know?
we'll see if this whole workout program he's been touting for like 2.5 years now is really what he says that it is.
Go ahead.
I'm sure between now and the next time he fights, if he ever does fight again, he'll retire over social media at least 1 or 2 more times, like he always does. He'll do something stupid in the media where he'll get arrested or do something stupid. I'm sure he's gonna do something like that, but I do want to see him fight again.
I don't give a fuck if he fights again. I don't give a shit about Conor McGregor. I don't care. Also, I feel like me and you were talking and Zach's over there.
Hi, Zach.
I'm listening.
Like,
Very intently.
conversation, Zach's just like...
You're good.
Anyway.
Want some hot sauce?
No, I do not want any hot sauce.
Alright, you guys gonna move on from that?
Yeah, do it.
We got... So, DC...
Yeah, DC
I
Stipe.
called it. I'm not the only one, I don't think. But I was definitely hard on the fact that Stipe's getting his fucking belt back, and that's exactly what he did. Although DC looked really good in that fight. I think you would probably both agree with that.
Yes.
He looked phenomenal, and Stipe just came back 4th round, started throwing those
body shots.
Yep, body shots over there, and they worked. He caught him good, probably got him under a rib or something, who knows where exactly he hit him, but he hurt him.
Saw him
with one of
wince.
those shots.
He said he saw him wince, and that's when he knew that he had him.
Yeah.
I'm starting to notice a trend that I've been wrong in the last 3 fights in a row that we've talked about.
Yeah.
I had Stipe. I didn't think by knockout. I thought maybe by decision or something. But I thought, like, going into it, Stipe would look a lot better than he did. And he looked phenomenal, and I believe it was the 4th round that he knocked him out.
It was,
He made really good adjustments. He said that, DC said that, so that was like really smart coaching as far as the adjustments go. Great killer instinct, and it was a solid fight. I don't think he loses anything from it. Obviously, he gained the title and everything, but like he didn't look bad at all, and I would like to see him fight again and defend it against whoever may be coming up.
I wouldn't mind seeing DC fight again. I think he's going to retire.
I think he's going to retire.
I hope to see him fight again. Habib said he hopes to see him fight again.
Of course. Definitely.
We'll see what happens.
If he does fight again, who does he fight?
I mean, does he only
DC?
come back for another title shot?
I don't think he gets I don't think he gets a rematch right away.
You don't think so? I mean, he's been
Ngannou,
dominant.
bro.
He's been dominant. No. I mean, yeah, Stipe can fight Ngannou in between, but
Oh, you just think like
I think that it would be a title
DC's
fight
next
between.
fight would be a title fight?
I think so. Just another rematch with Stipe.
I mean, it is
I can't think of who else he would.
It's 1-1.
That's what I mean.
The only thing I can think of is like, okay, so he just lost.
Well, are we talking heavyweight or light heavyweight?
Well, that's
Heavy.
the thing. I would.
Heavy. He won't drop back down.
He can't drop back down. If
Can't he?
I
don't think he will.
No,
That's the thing.
It wouldn't be a smart move. I don't think. But
Agreed.
obviously, whenever you mention DC, I have to mention John
Jones.
Yeah, exactly. John Jones, heavyweight. I mean, DC doesn't have to drop down to light heavyweight. Jones goes up to heavyweight, and Jones doesn't have like a title on the line. He's fighting his biggest rival in his life, but DC doesn't have a title or nothing.
So, heavyweight
I don't know if
division.
John Jones would want to. Yeah, go ahead.
John Jones isn't going to move up either.
I don't think he is.
So you got Stipe, you got Cormier, you got Ngannou. So makes sense that Ngannou would fight Stipe.
Yep.
Curtis Blades is fighting tomorrow night, I believe, right?
Tomorrow will be Friday, but
Sorry.
Saturday night.
Yes,
Yeah,
sorry.
you're right. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, he's fighting this weekend.
Curtis Blades is fighting.
So,
But Curtis Blades he has been looking great.
I mean,
He's
lost to
had some good fights.
Ngannou.
He lost to Ngannou.
He killed Overeem.
He looked really good against Overeem.
Overeem's right below him.
Who did he just fight? Willis?
I believe he just lost to Ngannou.
He beat Willis.
Willis was, I believe, his last fight, correct?
Yes.
Pretty positive. He beat Justin, but Justin Willis?
I believe it is Justin Willis.
I don't know, Willis, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, he got cut from the UFC after that fight anyway. He was nothing special, but I mean, regardless, Blades looked good, and he was on a big run before he lost to Ngannou, and then he comes back and he beats Willis. Like, then UFC cuts
But I mean,
Willis.
you're looking at after that, you got, I mean, Junior Dos Santos, okay, Derek Lewis, Cormier already beat him, Alexander Volkov,
Beat
okay.
him well, is like easily.
Oh,
beat
Derek
him.
Lewis? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he stomped
He
Derek
just
Lewis.
Beat him.
Other than the last
Quick
5 seconds.
Cain Velasquez. Well, you got, coming up later this year, you got Walt Harris. Who the hell is he fighting?
Believe he's fighting over him. Big ticket.
You're right. You're right.
Wolverine?
So if Walt Harris wins that fight, he'll jump up. He'll be a legit.
That'd be I like Walt Harris.
He'll be a legit title
That'd be a
contender.
Cool fight. DC gonna fight Walt
So,
Harris?
I mean, I have.
That's the thing.
Has
is,
he
like,
fought him
DC
yet?
is such. He's so.
Yeah.
He's such the like.
Big name.
He's like the GOAT, dude, right?
Exactly.
Basically,
He's like the
next to
consensus-
Stipe,
yeah.
Like he is like one of the, hands down, one of the very few best heavyweights there's ever. Not saying there's few.
He has
of them,
one
I'm saying,
kryptonite,
like,
and it's
he's
John
in a
Jones
group
at
of
205.
Very few, you know.
Yeah.
Like there's not really many fights he'd probably even be willing to take.
I don't.
Except for a rematch against Stipe or Ngannou if Ngannou beats Stipe, assuming that they're going to fight.
Yeah.
It probably will. It's the only fight that really makes sense. Or he fights John Jones. Like, those are really probably the only 3 fights.
Ngannou
Or
has
he
to be the
fights-
next one.
Or he fights Brock Lesnar.
No, he's never gonna fight Brock.
I don't want to see that.
Brock's gonna fight with like steroid needles popping out of his face.
I don't think. I mean, I could see Brock Lesnar fighting again, but not in the UFC.
Yeah,
Maybe in
right.
some weird, like, pre-negotiated, drug-tested type of
Undrug
environment.
tested.
I think
Undrug
Henry
tested.
Everybody
Cejudo- I think
takes-
Henry Cejudo is going to fight Brock Lesnar.
I think Henry Cejudo is going to fight every
Did you
woman.
see?
Apparently.
Did you see Shevchenko put him in a headlock in Abu Dhabi?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Put him in rear naked choke.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
And Cejudo even like
He loved every second of it.
Yep.
Cejudo even said like,
Sure
"You
did.
win."
Yep.
Choke me, mama. Choke me. Fuck yeah.
I wouldn't fight him, even if he is like 5'3". Dominic Cruz was ripping on him. He took like a picture.
Dominic Cruz ripped Cejudo apart.
Yeah.
And you're talking about his interview with Helwani?
Well, he did
Dominic
that
Cruz?
too, but he posted a picture next to his like whatever the
Cutout.
hell it is. Yeah, his cutout wherever it was, and he was just like, "What?"
Yeah. And then Cejudo called him Dominic Snooze.
Mm.
Yeah.
So,
That's some heavy trolling right there. Dominic
really is.
Snooze.
Dominic Snooze.
I don't agree either. I believe
I can
Dominic
smell that
Snooze,
hot
man.
sauce still.
Is it coming out of my mouth?
I
It
can
could
smell, I
be.
can smell it too. These are closed. It's probably from actually the glasses. Are
The glass too. Yeah, it's probably
in
done
there.
I can feel it. I can tell you that.
All right. So, what's next?
Next, we'll move on to little Bellator.
Okay.
Move on to some Bellator right now. Bellator 225, which was
Quick
I believe
hit
2 weekends
of Bellator.
ago. What?
I said quick hit of Bellator.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it was 2 weekends ago.
Yeah. 14 finishes, which
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
every fight.
7 and 7.
7 KOs, 7 submissions.
Yep.
Fuck,
Yep.
dude. Like, we gotta start watching some Bellator.
That's
For
crazy.
For sure. Like,
That
there's
was
only,
awesome.
there's never enough time to watch everything, and there's fights almost every goddamn weekend. But we're gonna make an attempt. We're gonna make an effort on.
Hey, I was
this
watching clips while I was
podcast.
at your wedding, so.
These guys who talk fights. What'd you say?
I said I was watching clips while I was at your wedding, so.
That's why you weren't dancing. Fuck.
Nope, just watching Bellator.
Yeah. Great wedding.
That whole time
No, it
I was
was awesome.
doing
It was fun.
16 hours on that Saturday.
I had a great time smoking cigars out back. It was a good time.
You fucking left yours in the hotel room, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Who did?
I don't know. Not
Somebody
me.
did.
It's at my house.
Your cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you didn't, right? So you didn't smoke
Yeah.
it at the wedding.
No, I forgot to bring it with me.
Bro,
I
exactly
smoked one of
what
the
I said.
outdoor
You
ones.
didn't bring it.
Oh, I
The
thought you were
one
talking
I
about
got for you
legit
guys.
left it at the hotel room when I
like,
left.
you
I was like,
put-
no, I
like,
took it home
when
with
you
me.
were at the wedding and you're like,
Yeah.
I don't have my cigars in the hotel room.
Are you kind of hurt by this?
I don't know why. There was lots
The
of
idea
cigars
was
there.
for all of us to smoke cigars together. I got all my groomsmen.
Oh, I
best
didn't
man
realize that was
cigars.
Oh,
I thought it was just like,
Cigars
here's a
and
nice
Zippo-
cigar.
and Zippo lighters with their names engraved on it for their little gift for me
Yeah.
at the wedding.
Good job,
And
Zach.
we were supposed to bring them to the wedding and like smoke them together in a little celebrate of me getting
You're just mad I was a better photographer than that little other girl that was doing it.
Yeah, she was rough.
If she's watching this,
She's annoying.
She is not.
You were watching this. You were annoying.
She is not watching
You were
this.
an
Hey, you
annoying
couldn't even
lady.
keep your fly up.
Dude,
wow.
my fly was down for a little bit there.
During the wedding?
No.
No.
All of the photos beforehand.
Oh,
Not all of
nice.
them, dude. Not all of them, but some of them. Yeah. Definitely think for a little while. Anyway, it's
Photoshop.
moving on. So yeah, there were
You're
7
welcome.
KOs, 7 subs. We're gonna try to start watching some more Bellator fights. Start kind of weaving that.
I'm always going to
into
call you Austin Van
what we're gonna be
Zant.
talking about whatever you want, dude.
He had a
Okay,
submission.
Bald.
Whatever.
That's
what his
what she
photographer
gave
called
you as a
me.
nickname. That's what the photographer gave you as a nickname. He was
Fine.
bald. I was just Will, which is
Yep.
boring as
Then there
fuck.
was
True.
tall,
beard, and
hair.
hair.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty awesome.
Yep.
I missed a lot
Anyway,
of shit. Apparently.
Alejandra Lara, who was on the fight card on that
Oh, this is
card
your-
for Bellator. Her shorts, just on the ass of her shorts, said "Eat clean, bro," and I just thought it was hilarious. So I wanted to throw that out there. She might be my. I might divorce my wife and marry her because that's just cool. And she won her fight too. She won her fight. She looked really good. It was a TKO. Just got him out and just started fucking slamming whatever the girl's name she was fighting. She looked great. And
Well,
I
it's
want him to bring back the what you call it's in UFC.
sponsors.
Yeah, the sponsors on the
Sponsor
shorts.
patches.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they
Yeah,
don't.
well,
I love it
like
when they look like
you were saying
NASCARs.
earlier.
Yeah, I mean, so I was saying that one of the first times I remember watching Tyrone Woodley fight, he had a patch on his ass or on his leg called, it said dude wipes. And it worked perfectly because I was so, interested in what dude wipes were. Like, me and my friends were watching at Buffalo Wild Wings, we were all like, dude wipes. And so we were all going on our phones looking up dude wipes. So whatever
Advertising worked perfectly.
it worked perfectly, and I feel like this Alejandra girl, her advertising worked perfectly because here we are talking about her on this famous podcast.
Yes.
Eat clean, bro.
Super famous.
I'm very
Super
impressed.
necessary.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Speaking of super necessary, Zach, would you like to inform our audience on your newest purchase?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure a couple of you caught it. Probably not.
Maybe.
Masvidal had tweeted or Instagrammed out a link to his website, and it was only going to be open for a couple days. And I caught one of the t-shirts. And it's Masvidal landing that flying knee, super necessary, and Ben Askren fading away like he just got snapped by Thanos.
Beautiful fucking shirt.
What a fantastic shirt.
I wish you would have let me know. I would have hopped on there and totally would have those shirts. That's pretty fucking
That's going to be a collector's edition.
Yes.
For
Absolutely. Definitely. You need
Worn a
to-
couple times and then framed.
If you get it by, if we, hopefully we can do this next week and figure it out. I don't know about your shift and stuff.
We'll figure it out.
If you get it, you definitely
Oh,
wear
definitely.
It. If
The
you
thing-
have it, you can wear it. You can show it off.
It hasn't even said when it's going to ship yet. It's just like, yeah, well, this
You'll
is the
get this
thought.
eventually.
Yeah, right?
I swear if Masvidal comes anywhere near New York, we need to bring
Well,
the shirt to him.
That's what it is. If he goes and fights at MSG.
Man, well, good luck with that.
Yeah. That would be a tough ticket to
I
get.
really hope they fight.
But you know, if it's
They're
limited edition,
gonna fight.
if it's
Well,
limited,
he's gonna fight again. I really would like to see him in date. Like
They're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. Even if it's not the next fight, it'll be a fight.
I hope so.
It'll come out.
Because you never know with Nate.
You gotta figure it
Even
out.
Dana said that. Dana
East
said
Coast,
that.
West Coast.
Yeah.
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 Gotta figure it out. You saw him
figure
say
it
that.
Like, well, Biggie Smalls and Tupac.
He said he's a West Coast gangster, but he's
Tupac
no.
gangster, man.
He's no. What is it? South Beach.
He's no West Coast gangster.
he's a South Beach gangster, but he's no East Coast or something like that.
He's no West Coast gangster. He's a gangster, but he's no West Coast gangster.
Whatever it was.
Right, but
It worked.
That's what he said.
that is exactly what he said.
He's a gangster, but he's no West Coast gangster. Pretty positive.
No, you're good.
It's funny. So moving on to more Bellator shit. Chris Cyborg. Cyborg gets released from the
Yes.
UFC after a bunch of fucking bullshit and signs with Bellator. So that's cool.
Good for her.
Great for her.
Gonna make some money. Supposedly, it's the
So-
biggest women's contract in MMA history. So
Supposedly.
according to Scott Coker, which
Yep.
of course he's gonna say that. But
Yep. He
I
said
could,
they did some research or whatever. Da, 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 da.
I mean, I'm glad that she's going to be making
that's a good picture
big
of her.
money.
That's sick.
She's
Dude,
still...
That's way cooler than I could tell in the last picture.
That's actually really cool.
Sweet ass shirt.
We're looking at his shirt, by the way.
You hold it up for the camera.
Poor Benny Askren.
But yeah, I'm really glad that Cyborg is going to be like still showcased in mainstream and not like going into some random organization where like everyone forgets about her.
I don't think any random organization would have enough money to even offer her to even want to fight for them at this point. You know what I mean? Like
if she's able to actually win the title in Bellator, which I don't know who their champ is, if she's able to win that title, then she'll be the first woman in MMA history to actually win 4. Another good meme.
I can't really see it, damn it.
Oh, you want to wrestle?
You want to wrestle?
Maybe.
Yeah, good enough.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, good enough. Anyway.
So,
Butts.
so
Cyborg. Like
Cyborg.
Butts or something?
Who was that?
The Bellator, the current Bellator champ.
Her name is
Women's
Butts.
champ.
Oh,
What's
yes. She called her out, though. She called
dude.
Cyborg out.
Look it up.
Dude,
You're a lookup guy.
Like not working.
What do you mean it's not working? Why isn't it working?
I don't know, because it's a piece of shit.
But if
Turn it off?
Cyborg wins this title, she'll be.
Plugged it in. The
she
battery
would-
probably died.
If she wins this,
There's no plug back there.
if she wins this title, it'll be
I see.
4 main organization titles that she would have won: UFC, Elite XC, and Strikeforce. And then if she wins the Bellator title, like, she can't say she's the greatest of all time because she just lost to Amanda Nunes, but she would be one of the most decorated MMA.
Julia Budd.
Bud.
She'd be one of the most decorated.
Bud, whatever. Yeah.
I suck. That's
Close
right.
enough.
I don't know names, dude. They're too fucking hard.
No, but you got Ryan Bader
I
over
didn't
there at
write it
Bellator that's saying, hey, I'm the best heavyweight on the planet.
Yeah, that's another thing there.
You got
Bader, he's fighting this weekend.
Cyborg signed with Bellator.
Yep.
I want to see the crossover. I want to see Ryan Bader fight Stipe. I want to see Nunes fight Cyborg again.
Yeah.
They could do it. They could both make a lot
I think
of
they
money.
could figure that out.
Who was the other 145er chick who got just released from the UFC?
Megan.
Kat
Zingano.
Yeah.
Kat
Kat.
Zingano. She's a free agent now, correct?
Oh, yeah.
She'll probably end up over there, I would
Fight.
bet.
Why not? That
Yeah.
division's like stacked.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Especially if she signed, like.
With Cyborg being one of their main attractions, they need to add.
That's their main attraction.
No matter who they have right now, and like I'm sure anybody who follows Bellator in the female division right now is probably hating on us, like probably screaming girls at our faces right now that we don't know.
That have watched this Bud girl fight at some point.
Should Julia Butts.
Yeah, sorry, Julia Butts.
Sorry, Miss Bud, but yeah, I mean, regardless of Cyborg's gonna be their number one attraction. There's no doubt about it, and
Yeah.
I bet I would almost put money on it that like her first fight is gonna be for the title.
Oh, hell
definitely.
yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
It's got to be.
But they need to
Bud
build.
called her out.
They need to build the division. Unlike what UFC did, they need to actually build a division for Cyborg and bring in a lot of good talent, like legitimate talent that Cyborg can feed off.
Coker was saying they already have like 4 women right now that could compete against Cyborg, including Julie Budd.
Compete, but not win.
Problem is I would have liked to see her fight Felicia Spencer again.
Sure, dude, that was a good fucking fight.
That was a good fight.
Spencer takes fucking punches, man.
Impressive.
She's good, especially for being whatever the hell she is, like 26 or whatever the
I
hell it
I was
is.
hoping Megan Anderson was gonna beat Spencer when they fought, but
Oh yeah,
poor
yeah,
Megan.
me
I just
too.
love Megan.
She's gonna fight again soon though.
We were there. We saw that
Does she
live.
have a
I
fight
think she's
lined
fighting
up right
soon. Yeah,
now? Do you know?
I believe so.
Megan does?
I think so.
I haven't heard anything.
Because
about
I mean,
it.
she got beat, but it was like a second round chokeout or whatever.
Yeah, she
so
got
it wasn't.
submitted for sure. Submission.
We were there to counsel her.
We were there.
I helped.
Through my D, bruh.
Man, that hot sauce is still like
That poor girl.
Just fucking with you.
still there. Like I don't feel it anymore. It's just like giving me like gas or something. For those watching at home, Frank's Red Hot. One shot in the morning makes you feel great all day. Jesus. What else?
Beer me, Blazer. We were almost alluding to it. We were right there, and then we went off on something. But Ryan Bader is going to defend his heavyweight title against Czech Congo this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And the fights are going to be later in the day. So the UFC will be... Well, I mean, the fights for Bellator will be like normal time. I think it's like 5:45 or 6ish or something that they start.
Evening.
It's a little later, yeah, evening fights. And then for Eastern time, which is what we're on, UFC is starting at 2. So they'll be over when the Bellator fights start. So you can have a whole day of fights from like noonish or like 11 or noon, whenever the prelims or early prelims start for UFC, all the way till night. You can watch all the UFC fights and then turn over and watch all the Bellator fights. And it's the flyweight? Flyweight?
Who?
For Bellator.
Featherweight.
Oh,
Featherweight, yeah. Featherweight
145
tournament.
Grand Prix.
Yeah, featherweight tournament is starting for Bellator, and the main event is going to be Bader and Congo.
Yes, which I didn't realize this, but Sam Cecilia, who's basically just a power puncher, he was in UFC, also on Tough, and looks like he's in Bellator right now. Had no idea they even released him. He's a fun fighter to watch, so
Sweet.
I guess I'll be
awesome.
rooting for him in this Grand Prix tournament for the featherweight title in Bellator.
Hell yeah.
Who's their champ? Pitbull?
I thought he lost.
I don't know. Pitbull. There's Chandler.
We'll get better with Bellator as we go.
Yeah.
We'll get more informed and shit. It's just
The only thing I know
a
is
lot.
Bellator had that Kimbo Slice versus Dada 3,000, whatever his name was, 4,000, whatever thousand
Some
it
weird
was.
shit. Yeah.
That's what I remember watching on Bellator. Oh, I watched Hoist Gracie versus Ken Shamrock on Bellator 2.
When the fuck was that, dude?
20 years ago?
Those, not even 20 years. No, it was like literally like within the last 2 or 3 years that they fought.
Last week, dude. They're both like 70 years old.
I mean, that's what I think of when I think of Bellator.
His old guys.
Those type of fights. Those like freak show random fights.
They do have a lot of older fighters on there.
Can't believe
yeah.
it.
All the guys that get cut from the UFC. Except for some of those guys are still really good, though.
Well, yeah.
Tito Ortiz versus Chuck Liddell. Was that Bellator?
No, that was
October 5th, 2019, Megan Anderson is fighting... Is it Faria? Faria dos Santos?
Junior Dos Santos.
Yeah, she's fighting Junior Dos Santos. Yeah.
that chick.
Yeah, let's go.
Dos Santos.
Dos Santos.
Dos Santos.
Santos.
Okay. I can't remember ever
Glad
watching
she's
Dos
fighting.
Santos fight.
I don't know who she is either. I don't
Yeah,
know.
sorry.
Megan's cool though.
It's okay. Yeah, I love Megan.
Megan, second episode in a
MMA Fight
row.
Night Live.
Second episode in a row. You're invited to join us on the podcast.
Come on,
Seriously.
let's go. Let's go, lady.
Seriously.
All right, let's move on from there. Whaley. Okay. Oh God, that's so sexy. Megan, I love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Can't
All
wait for
right,
fights.
all right, moving on.
Anyway.
Sorry. Leering at Megan Anderson. It's probably not the correct thing to do in 2019.
Right. What's not what?
Leering at Megan Anderson.
Megan,
Excuse
bro.
me.
It's okay.
Continue.
Zhang Weili.
From one badass
Zhang
woman
Weili.
to
Weili
another.
Zhang.
I am Zhang Weili. I am from China. Remember me.
That was great.
That was fucking great.
That was
super
great.
cringy, but like in a good way. She's great. I love her. So Zhang Weili.
43 seconds?
2.
42.
Yep, beats Jessica Andrade.
Yeah.
In first round.
Yeah.
42 seconds in.
Yeah.
Just brutal, dude. Those
Yep.
fucking
I loved
the knees,
that.
the elbows, everything, man.
I love that
She
Felder
looked
had
great.
just finished saying, "Hey, you don't want to stand in the pocket with Andrade because she's gonna knock you out." And 3 seconds later, it's three-piece to the face, and Andrade is on her ass in the
With
corner
a
of the
soda.
ring, getting knocked out.
He pulled a Bisping. He pulled a Bisping.
Oh, right.
Bisping always like says shit, and then like the opposite thing happens.
Immediately,
He pulled a Bisping hardcore on
Yeah.
that.
he's be like, "Yep, nope, don't want to do that. Don't want to do that." Oh, she's down.
Yep. And so I was wrong on that one. I had picked Andrade.
No, dude. I told you guys.
No.
I told you guys straight up. I was not impressed with Andrade when she beat Namajunas.
Yeah, you did say that.
I was not impressed.
Namajunas was winning that fight.
She was picking her apart.
Every single second of that fight, including when she got knocked out, she was in a submission.
Exactly.
So who does Wei Li fight now? Who do you think she fights next? Do you think she... Because we got Michelle Waterson coming up.
Depends on who wins that fight.
Michelle Waterson and...
Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
That's just in a couple of weeks. It's like in a month.
Predictions real quick on that one?
Give me Jędrzejczyk.
I know I got a little time. We'll talk about it probably next week or week after when it gets closer.
I'm going with Joanna.
Yep.
Zach goes with Joanna.
Yep.
Will's going with...
I think Michelle Waters is going to win, but I actually really like Joanna. I would like to see Joanna win.
Do you want to put a shot of hot sauce on that, sir?
It's too far away for me to lock it in.
I will get my revenge.
I don't want to lock it in yet, but yeah, we'll see.
That'll be a good one, though. I'm excited.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. So you think she
October
fights a winner
12th?
of that? Like,
October 12th?
We'll be talking about it more.
I think so.
We'll
I think, like the two...
I don't want to look
yeah,
too far
okay.
ahead. We got a lot of shit. Yeah, so I think maybe probably winner of that makes sense.
It would.
You guys have anyone else off
It
top
would.
there?
If Rose
wants to come back, that's the only other thing.
Yep.
Gets just comes back and gets a shot at the title right away after. You think that would just...
I mean,
Tatiana Suarez is up there, but I would like to see her fight again.
For sure.
Just because, she's definitely proven that she's a really, really good fighter, but there's other really, really good fighters up near the top there. JJ, Waterson, Andrade, Rose.
Yeah,
so
Andrade,
you can't...
she's still right there.
I don't see Tatiana jumping any of them, other than maybe Jessica Andrade because she just lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she lost from being the champ, so it's like hard to. Usually when the champ loses, they go to like number 2, number 1 contender.
But I mean, that's her. It's not like she defended it a couple times and lost. It's
true.
I won the championship, first defense, lost in 42 seconds.
4 months later,
lost
it.
I mean,
so
in her two championship fights, she was losing the entire fight against Rose, and then in her second defense. Well, in her first defense, in her second fight for the title, she lost the entire fight again.
Yep.
So, 100%.
Didn't even get a chance to try and slam anybody.
No.
It's like her go-to, dude.
Oh yeah, no, dude. That's what I was saying before. Is
she's strong as fuck.
I don't hate on your ability to do
technical fighter.
That. I don't hate on like the ability to pick somebody up and slam them. I get that that's a part of MMA.
Rampage Jackson.
But the whole thing of like slamming them on their head and having that be like a knockout thing when Rose almost broke her fucking neck was like, okay, yeah, I don't think I'm comfortable there. I didn't. Good. That was the first time where I was like, yo, we're about to see somebody die in UFC. I was dead ass.
Or like,
yo, that did not look good.
Down for a while,
You turn it back and her ear's like on her shoulder and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Like legitimately she could have been like really hurt.
Yeah. So that was the only thing where I was like, okay, I get it. It's a part of MMA. Yes, she technically won the fight, but she was getting her ass beat right up until that point. And she almost got armbarred on her last takedown, so I don't know. I wasn't impressed, so I wasn't horribly surprised when Zhang Weili took her down, but it was fun. I liked it.
It was good. It was a good 42 seconds.
I liked it, and I loved all her stuff afterwards. I love all that shit, all the patriotic stuff.
It's cool that she.
It's cool,
dude. Yeah, let's just say that real quick. The first Chinese champion in the UFC ever. Also,
it's awesome.
Cool that she's a female too. There's throwing that one out there. Like that always adds a little something to it.
She was able to do it in her home country. Like that's always cool to me, having the whole everybody behind you.
It was really special. It was a really big moment. So
for sure.
Now
hopefully and
I think she will, dude. She's really freaking good.
Defend it.
She's on a 20-win streak.
And like we said earlier, and it's a fight, anything can happen. But like, yeah, you're right. It's like a Khabib. Like she just like, who the fuck's gonna beat her? She's like 20-1.
She is. She lost her very first professional fight, and then has won 20 in a row.
It was an amateur fight.
Was it an amateur?
It was an amateur fight.
So she lost one fight and then has won 20 in a row since
That's
then.
just like Cyborg. Cyborg lost her first fight.
They were comparing those two before that fight, saying like, a lot of them. Cyborg's Cyborg's were like 90% knockouts and like one decision, and Whaley's were like 50-50 submissions and knockouts. It was just kind of funny. It was like, all right, Cyborg just beats the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
See, that's it. Though. I think Zhang reminds me a little bit of Shevchenko, where she's technical.
I didn't want to interrupt you. It's
exactly
technical.
What I was
going to say. Yes.
Where it's not
very technical,
she doesn't look,
but at the same time though, like brutal.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's
yet technical at the same time. Like not quite a brawler. Like,
no,
you would never
not at all.
Not even come close to calling either of them a brawler. But, like the intensity of a brawler and the brutality of a brawler. But being very technical, that's a scary fucking fighter. That's a scary human being.
That was my favorite thing with Shevchenko was when she landed that kick on Jessica I, was that she just knew she was out. I mean, she landed it, and before I hit the ground, she was like turning around to walk away. Yeah. Like, I'm good. Yeah, no.
She's done it before.
That lady's out.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta give Zach props here because that's exactly what he said. The technicality of Zhang in the last episode of Guys Talking Fights. He was like, that GTF, the technical ability of Zhang, and then GTF. There it goes.
Yeah.
So
I didn't think it was going to be that fast.
No.
I'll give her that much. I did not think it was going to be that fast.
I completely counted her out because I didn't know who she was. So
I'll tell you, I hadn't heard of her before they announced her for the fight.
More to watch the fights.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard her announced before the fights.
We've seen her fight twice before this fight. We both watched her right here.
I might have seen her. I might have seen her fight.
You probably have.
You definitely did. Yeah. You were just distracted by dumb fucking people at a bar talking about bullshit, not watching the fights.
I like bar.
Sounds good though.
I like the bar setting.
I get it. Sure you do. Okay.
I mean, who do you want to see her fight next? If you could pick one.
Probably winner of Joanna and Waterson.
And Waterson?
I mean, I have JJ winning, but regardless, I want to see JJ fight Zhang.
Yeah.
What do we got?
What?
Is that where we're at?
Zhang Willie? Yeah.
Okay.
We're wherever.
We're at 47 minutes.
Just like kind of keep us. We're at 47 minutes. Yeah, because last time.
I was just checking. I think we're good.
We went a little too long. We got a little too rambly. The mics were off. Hopefully, when we go back and watch this, we'll see because we're recording it once and we upload it. Like so.
Yep.
If there's shit going on, we're not gonna take the time to edit it and stuff. So hopefully everything's good here. So we're trying to keep it to an hour. Ish.
GTF Raw.
I like that. Raw dog in it. GTF Raw, yeah. So we'll just move on to this weekend. Move on to this weekend, yeah. So yeah, Paul Felder. Co-main event.
Paul Felder, we already mentioned Jr.
Curtis
Barboza.
Blades. He's gonna be fighting.
Yep. Curtis Blades is gonna fight.
He's fighting.
That guy.
The fucking guy he's fighting. I don't know.
The fucking guy.
Sorry.
Whatever. So, but he's fun to watch. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on Curtis Blades. We'll keep an eye on that fight.
But you and I were talking at work about Felder.
Muhammad is going to be on that. Go ahead.
Well, Felder and Edson Barboza. This is a rematch.
Yes.
From their 2015 fight, and what you and I were saying, and if you can add into this, we both think that Felder. While they're both great fighters, Felder, we believe, has actually improved more during this time.
Exponentially more, I would say.
Whereas Barboza has always looked really good, but he hasn't improved as much as Felder. So, it was a unanimous decision win for Barboza in their last fight. It's gonna be a lot closer, I think, this time.
Yes, I think Felder has made many improvements. I think he looks faster. He looks stronger. I think he has more confidence than he did 4 years ago when they first fought. 4 years ago?
4 years ago.
4 years ago when they first fought. I think he's way more technical than he was when they first fought. And I think Barboza, of course, he's gotten better. Like, he's been learning, he's been improving, he's been getting stronger, he's been making tweaks to his game. But, like, I think Felder has made leaps and bounds beyond what he used to be. And Barboza is just kind of like, he was already sort of, he's been this kind of the same, not to say he's plateaued, but, like, we'll say Barboza's went from here to here, and Felder's went from here to here. Like, Felder's made huge improvements in his game, his fight game. So
he's more well-rounded, I believe. He has more tools, except for striking. no matter how good,
so scary.
exactly, no matter how good you work on your striking, Barboza is still going to be just as good, if not maybe just a little bit better. So, but with Felder, the rest of Felder's game coming into play, and his striking getting a little bit better, I mean, I still see this as being a really close, fun fight. I gotta stop saying fun. These fun fights.
So, I'm probably not going to pronounce this correctly.
Here we go.
Curtis Blades is fighting Shamil Abdurakhimov.
I believe they call him Alphabet Soup because he fought Cain Velasquez. Is this the same guy?
I'm not sure.
I don't know, man.
Maybe. Who knows?
I don't know shit about this dude.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I know they did the same thing that they like to. Well, I mean, he's 20-4, 5-2 in the UFC.
Shamil.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's pretty good.
What's
Seven
his
fights in the UFC?
what's his record?
Dude,
5-2. 5-2.
Who?
Abdurakhimov. Abdurakhimov.
That's the last name. Shamil actually rings a bell.
Second round finish over Marcin
The
Tybura.
last name. Okay. That was his last fight? That was recent. It's a good fucking fight.
Fan of Tybura.
It's a good win.
Yeah.
It's a good name to beat.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. So Felder Barboza. What do you think, though? Who do you think is
Official
going to win?
predictions. It's Ryan first.
Oh man,
That's a tough one, I know.
I think I'm still gonna go with Barboza,
Sure.
but I can't say by split decision because who knows. I don't think he's gonna finish Felder. I think Felder's even better than he used to be, but I'm still gonna say Barboza.
Do you think Felder's better than Hooker?
Man,
Because he kicked the shit out of Hooker.
yeah, he did. He did.
Sorry, yeah.
I do think Felder is better than Hooker.
think
But
so?
then we're going right back to what we were saying 50 minutes ago about that triangle.
Okay.
MMA math.
MMA math, dude.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Okay. I guess I mean,
You first, bro.
I'd probably take Barboza.
Rosa.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna go Felder.
Good.
I'm going Felder on this one. I think
Glad we disagree.
not just me too. Not just because I think he's improved a lot more. Like that obviously has something to do with it, but I don't think he's gotten like exponentially better where now he's gonna fuck up Barboza and just make him look like a child. Like I don't think it's that far. So I'm not basing my prediction solely on that. But I think Felder honestly just what are you doing?
Anyone watching?
Sponsorship opportunities.
I'll chug another one for a sponsorship.
Hell yeah, you will. Anyway, I think Felder. For me, a lot of times I base my predictions on like the mentality of the fighter going into it, and I think Felder really, really, really wants this fight back.
Yeah.
And this is Felder's first rematch of his career.
Oh, okay.
And he mentioned that you see all the greats, all the best fighters, all the guys who go down in history as one of the best. A lot of them have those rematches and they get those wins back.
Avenge their losses.
Stipe being prime example right there. And,
Yeah,
we could go down the line if we felt like it, but we won't. But yeah. Most recent one there's Stipe. So I'm just gonna go with Felder on that. I think he wants this really, really bad, and he looks great. He's looked good in his last fights, and I'm going with Felder.
Speaking of, I think Stipe needs to fight Stefan Struve again if he wants to get a rematch back and a loss back.
Sure.
That one stands
Struve's
out for
coming
me.
back, I think, right?
He
I
is.
think he said he was coming out of retirement.
Yes.
He's fighting Rothwell.
Ben Rothwell.
That sounds right.
Possibly.
It does sound right.
Could be totally wrong, but it sounds right.
We'll talk about more
When it gets closer.
We'll just agree on that for now. If we're wrong, leave it in the comments. Anything we get wrong, comment.
Yeah,
Comment
please.
on it.
more comments.
Comment down below. And
Swipe up.
let us
Wait.
know. Swipe left.
Swipe left.
Swipe right. I don't know. Thumbs up and comment.
Yeah.
So
Subscribe, rate, review.
yeah, subscribe, rate, and review.
Share it to your friends.
Share it with everyone. Before
Oh, we're good at this.
we're so good.
It's the only thing we're really good at with this is plugging it.
I lost my train of thought for a second.
Khabib
Let's
versus
just,
Poirier.
Move, yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Go ahead, take it away, dude.
Habib
Superstar. I'm talking to
Nurmagomedov.
The Eagle.
Dustin the Diamond
Khabib
Poirier.
Nurmagomedov.
What do you think? Habib's a heavy favorite, and we haven't talked odds very much on anything, but he is
the odds
a
on that
heavy favorite. It's like he's like minus 300.
That's too much. I feel
it's
like.
insane. It's huge for a title fight. It is huge for a title fight.
I feel like this.
He
I feel like
is
this fight
currently. It opened at minus 350. Pinnacle still has him at minus 450.
Wow.
The one that actually the closest one to us, I think it's not the closest one, but Yellow Brick, the closest casino to here. Uses DraftKings. And they have him at minus 455.
Wow.
That's insane.
That sounds like you
all go drop
makes me want to go.
Poirier.
Yeah, Poirier's plus 350.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a live dog right there.
Yeah.
Seriously, man.
And then you've got Barboza and Felder, which are basically even.
Yep.
No.
Blades is a favorite. All right, we're getting off topic, but either way,
That's okay. No, you're good.
Khabib is a huge favorite in this.
I don't think he should be. I think this is a way closer fight.
You think so?
Yeah. I think it's going to be closer than Khabib versus Conor.
I think so, too. I think Poirier is coming into it knowing what he's getting into. I think Conor walked in having, and he said it before, and who knows if he's bullshitting or not, but walked in with a certain plan and didn't do what he was going to do. So
right.
You got to think that if he comes in with the right plan and says, hey, I'm not going to let him take me down every 2 minutes of this fight, let him take my back 6 times and pound me in the face as I'm up against the cage, then maybe he can win. But
easier said than done.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is, Poirier is really good at getting back to his feet.
Yeah.
And let's not forget, Poirier is a black belt in jiu-jitsu and has been for a while. Very, very high-level jiu-jitsu player. But that's when you get into the argument, and you can go back and forth all day about what ekes out the win in the end. Is it high level wrestling or high level jiu-jitsu? Like
in this case, I don't even think it has anything to do with that. I think Khabib is that much stronger than he is. No, I understand.
I'm breaking it down very.
I know.
I'm just saying. Like,
I know.
Like Poirier specifically. This not just in general. But Poirier's jiu-jitsu. And he does have some wrestling, no doubt about it, versus Khabib's wrestling.
Well, I feel like, and we'll talk about this more when it comes closer, Damian Maia versus Ben Askren.
Yep.
That'll
be fun.
Typically, the wrestling, as long as you have so much pressure that you don't give the jiu-jitsu guy underneath you space to make any submission attempts, usually the wrestler wins because he's on top pounding the jiu-jitsu guy in.
I was going to say, which is usually what does happen. If the wrestler is good enough at what he does, he's going to come out on top against the jiu-jitsu player.
The jiu-jitsu guy is shooting for a Hail Mary pass with like a submission from the bottom, whereas the wrestler all he has to really do is lay on him, pound him, and ground and pound.
Literally what Khabib does.
Exactly.
And the thing you see a lot of these
100%.
A lot of these guys do against Khabib is a ton of them give up their backs. You can't do shit offensively jiu-jitsu wise from having a guy on your back.
That's the thing too.
You can rolling knee bar. That's about it.
And Poirier's not even known for his jiu-jitsu. He just
exactly.
has amazing jiu-jitsu. He's known for his striking.
Did him and Holloway go to the ground once?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
He actually went for, I think, 2 takedowns.
Did he?
I don't think he got either.
I think he got 1.
Did he?
I think it counted, but like he didn't.
Well,
he never held him down. Like,
but that's what I mean.
He's
not.
Max is like really good at getting back to his feet. That's like what he does.
Yeah.
Poirier even said he was surprised by Max's strength, specifically in his hips. Like he was able to just like post up and push him off and get right back to his feet. Like Poirier said he was surprised by that. So like.
Well, then I even lost.
Max and Khabib.
That's the thing I was just going to say.
If Poirier's surprised by Max's
his strength,
by
he's going to shit his pants.
He's going to go against Khabib.
One of the strongest.
Is that hilarious?
He's not going to be trying to take him down. He's going to be trying to not get taken down.
Yeah.
And I will say that Poirier is probably way better at scrambling and not getting taken down as he is trying to take somebody down.
The only way I really see Poirier winning this fight is by a flash knockout in the first or second or somehow Khabib in the 4th or 5th round, a la Quinta style, where he just kind of lays off a little bit, still is a little bit in control, but kind of lays off the gas a little bit, lets off the gas.
Thinks he's winning, like knows that he's winning for sure. Sees that he has Poirier tired and just kind of like, all right, I'll fucking box you for the next couple rounds. Like, I'll just, like, I feel good. Like,
that would be dumb against Poirier. That would be very dumb.
That would be a very bad idea.
So
I think Khabib knows that, though. I think he knows it's a bad idea. I think Khabib... I'm sorry, go ahead. Finish your thought.
I'm just saying that's where I think Poirier could stand a chance is maybe in the late 5th round if Khabib lets off the gas a little bit, or a flash knockout in the 2nd round.
Okay. So I see what you're saying. I'm not saying... I know you're not saying you think that's exactly what is going to happen. So I'm not going to say I disagree with you, but, like, what I think's going to happen is kind of what I was alluding to already, is that, like, Khabib knows that he can't do that with Poirier. And I think Khabib's just going to pressure him non-stop the entire fight. So I'll just throw my official prediction out there right now. Khabib by decision. Very hard fight. Hardest fight Khabib's had in his entire career. But in the end, he knows what he's up against. He's well aware of how good Poirier is. Probably easily one of the best in the division ever to ever do it in way 155. Like, I'm comfortable saying that. I don't know if you guys would agree or not. Like, Poirier easily one of the best ever to do it. He's beat top level guys his whole career. I just think Khabib is just on that other level, and he knows what he's going into. He's going to pressure him the whole time. He's going to pressure him hard for 5 rounds. He's going to wrestle the shit out of him. He's not going to let up because he knows that he can't. And he's gonna get the decision. So I'm going Khabib. Khabib via decision.
I think Khabib's got him. I think he'll finish him though.
I agree.
I think he'll finish him at some point.
Really?
I agree.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll finish him at some point.
Ground and pound TKO.
I'd go
right,
TKO.
Go ahead.
I'd go TKO over anything else. Oh yeah, no, it'd be on the ground. It'd be on the ground.
Oh, what round?
Oh, what round?
Yeah, you got a round or
4? 4 maybe.
I
think that's kind of his thing. Is he really likes to just wear you out, and that's what he's gonna do. Is he's gonna take him down 4 times each round up until then, and just wear him out until the end, where he's just able to. Same thing that he did to Barboza. He'll take his back and he'll just whoop his ass until he quits.
Okay. I don't think it's going to be that easy. I think he's...
I don't think it's going to be easy, but I think, like you're saying, if he's confused a little bit by Holloway's strength, he is going to shit his pants the first time that Khabib puts his hands on him.
Okay. Yeah.
I completely agree with everything Zach just said. Everything. I would say 4th, 5th round, ground and pound. I don't think he's going to mentally break Dustin.
No way.
No, I don't think so either. I don't think it's the same where he says to like, I break you.
He's just going to have more.
Yeah. I think he is stronger. He is just physically stronger for whatever reason. Exactly. No, he's physically stronger than Poirier, and I think he's just going to do what he always does.
He's been rocked once his entire career.
He's going to lay on you until
I wouldn't
you're just
be
zapped.
Surprised. I would even still say Khabib wins, even if Poirier rocks him in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, whatever round. But I think after round 3, it's going to be really hard for Poirier to, like, get some good shots off on Khabib. Not saying it's impossible, but it's going to be way harder. After that 3rd round, round 4 and 5, I don't think Khabib's going to let up. I think
his
he's
speed will go away. A lot of stuff will change.
Just give him even more pressure and be even more smart.
How many 5-round fights has Poirier ever been in? I mean, his last fight was a 5-rounder that he went with Holloway.
He went all the way with Holloway, which speaks volumes, honestly, to Poirier's cardio, dude. Like,
because Holloway's been doing
cardio. He's got Holloway. That's what he's known for. And Poirier outworked Holloway.
Well, and Holloway's had how many title fights in a row?
Weight cut too.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, Poirier's cardio, obviously, it's there. He's got a fucking deep gas tank. And Khabib, I mean,
it's endless.
Like, it's endless, but, like, I don't necessarily think that Poirier is going to be gassed. I don't think Khabib's going to gas him. I just think he's just going to just control him, like his strength. I just think
that's what I mean.
He's just going to overpower him.
He's going to overpower him the whole time, and it's going
not to say that Khabib's not going to get in some trouble, and not to say that Poirier is not going to have some really good moments and not going to give him a tough fucking fight. But in the end, Khabib's just going to fucking overpower him, right? Like, I think we're all.
It'll be 80-20 the entire fight.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think he will dominate him the vast majority of this fight. It'll end up on the ground for 60% of every round, and he'll just lay on him.
The way I see it is if Poirier can actually rock Khabib in the first or second round, he's going to go after him. Like, it's his life on the line, which he should. And I feel like I said, flash knockout or whatever, that would be one of his chances.
No, we're good.
That would be one of his chances. But I'm not saying Poirier's chin is suspect. I distinctly remember him getting knocked out by Michael Johnson. I distinctly watching him get knocked out by Conor McGregor. I don't think Khabib has that one punch knockout, but I see him wearing his chin out.
Say he sat down Conor once.
Yeah. Conor did get right back up, but yes, he
rocked
Conor for sure.
You think about what kind of chin Conor has.
Really
Conor's got a good chin.
Good overhand right. Yeah. Well, that's the thing too, is I think that Poirier has probably been training his sprawling, his takedown defense.
Oh, that's what you have to do.
And Khabib with his feints. And if Poirier especially first, second round, like Poirier, he's going to be all there. He's going to be really like totally with it. He's going to be reacting really fast. And if Khabib goes to shoot and Poirier fucking goes to sprawl, and Khabib comes with that overhand right and fucking catches him, like,
yeah, it could be over quick.
That power, dude. And Khabib's like, I feel like his hands. I mean, he's underrated on the feet. I mean, I'm not saying he's like.
It's because he's
never
not
super technical. He's just so fast and strong.
Yeah.
He's just really. Yeah. He's like your basic wrestler snake. He's got the big overhand right. He's got a decent jab. Like, he's got enough where he can stay on the feet and he can work with guys. He can do enough to get by, no doubt. Like, he's definitely very talented on the feet. But he's not an elite striker.
No.
He's not a very what's the word? He doesn't have like a huge repertoire that he's not gonna be throwing fucking spinning back kicks and head kicks.
I was gonna say, you never hear him
like that,
never hear him with a capoeira background or a kickboxing background.
Like, I think just
he wrestles bears in Dagestan.
Yeah, he has like your basic stand up that you need to have to fight in MMA, but because of his strength and his speed, it's just a little more than people expect, I think, because it's not super technical, but because it's so fast and so strong with what he does, it brings it to the next level.
That was exactly what, and I keep saying it, that's exactly what Conor said. He was like, I was not expecting him to be able to hit me like that.
So fucking fast, dude.
He's like, I wasn't expecting him to be able to hit me like that. He's like, I was expecting to have to defend against his takedowns the whole time. Yeah. So he was like, I was sprawling against the takedowns. I'm doing all this stuff, and he's like, and the one time I go in and trade with him, he goes, he catches me with a big one, and it's like, oh shit. And like you said, he sprang right back up, but it was still just like,
he definitely rocked it.
It's definitely like holy shit, didn't know you could do that. Down, yeah. That'll definitely put a little doubt in you. So
absolutely,
that'll be fun though. I think that's going to be a good fight.
I would say, to wind it all down, we're going to be watching these fights this weekend.
Yep, 2 days.
Yep.
2 days. This weekend, Abu Dhabi, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Get out of work early. Hopefully, I got to slip in and put it in Monday. If I was slip to get out early, so hopefully they.
Yeah. I told Jody I was going to pick her up and bring her right over here after I got out of work. So
perfect.
If I'm Lee Clerk, I'll make that happen.
Thanks,
I'll
buddy. Appreciate that.
I'll let you go.
After your like 5 16-hour days in a row.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Sweet.
Guys Talking Fights, episode 2. We'll go back. We're probably going to watch a little bit of it, but like I said, no editing, no bullshit, so I hope everything sounds good. Hopefully we didn't ramble too much, and I hope that we made a little bit of improvement from the first episode, and hopefully as we go, we'll just keep getting better, like we said.
Rate, subscribe, review.
Rate, subscribe. I don't know about the rating, but thumbs up, subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Comments on anything, we will definitely respond to any comments because we don't get many, so we'll respond if you guys want to say anything. Even
talk to us,
even if you know us, like instead of talking to us at work or when you see us outside of work, see us when we're hanging out. Like,
I'll sign stuff and send it to your house.
Like, give us those comments. Like, let's go, let's get this shit rolling.
Guys Talking Fights.
GTF podcast episode 2.